If you're sourcing to fill an open role at your company, how would you go about it? Would you attend job fairs to meet candidates in person, conduct your search on LinkedIn, or team up with an agency to outsource your work? And what other strategies can you use to find the best candidates? Hi, I'm Annalise. Welcome to a new episode of Learning Bites. In this episode, you'll learn what sourcing is and the 11 sourcing strategies you can use to find the best candidates for your organization. But before we dive in, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell. Sourcing is the proactive search for qualified job candidates for current or planned open positions. In other words, it's about taking the initiative to discover potential hires rather than waiting for candidates to come to you. For example, your organization is looking to hire a senior engineer. You know that these roles are scarce in the market, and you'll not be able to hire them quickly if you just wait for candidates to apply. In this case, you would actively source potential candidates using all 11 different strategies you will learn about in this video. As you probably realize, these strategies aren't quick fixes. Sourcing is a significant investment of time. It can take between 15 to 30 hours to source for a single role. This means that you cannot source for all your roles. So sourcing is something you mostly do for hard-to-fill positions that are critical for the business or roles that need to be filled quickly. Now that you know what sourcing is, let's talk about sourcing strategies. We've briefly mentioned some of them in the previous section, such as joining industry meetups or sourcing on LinkedIn. Which strategy you should use depends a lot on the role you're trying to fill, the industry you work in, and the resources that you have on hand. To make this decision a bit easier for you, we'll rank each sourcing strategy based on the effort they require and the impact they can have. The sourcing strategies will be categorized in 4 groups: high impact and low effort, high impact and high effort and low impact, and low effort and low impact. Let's go to the first group, high impact and low effort. These strategies often require less of your time and resources, but you will still get impressive results when you use them correctly. LinkedIn sourcing. This is a high return, low effort strategy, perfect for finding the talent that your organization needs. For example, the advanced search function on LinkedIn allows you to use targeted keywords and filters to refine your search. Need a bilingual project manager living in Boston? LinkedIn's advanced search can help you do just that. Internal recruitment. This is all about identifying existing talents within your organization who can step up to new roles. For example, you might have a customer service representative who has shown incredible ownership and leadership. It might be time to consider them for a management position. With this strategy, you can fill your talent pool with internal candidates with proven commitment to your organization, which will help you increase their retention as well. Employee referral programs. 30 to 40% of new hires come from employee referrals. That's a significant impact from a relatively low effort strategy. When you have an open position, you can send out an email to your team asking for referrals. These personal endorsements can bring in high-quality candidates who are a solid fit for your organization. Recruitment agencies. Agencies, especially those specializing in your industry, can help you reach a wide array of candidates. Sure, you might need to spend a few hours communicating your exact needs, reviewing candidate profiles, and providing feedback. But in return, you will get a high-quality candidate that you don't need to source yourself. And I do have to warn you though, agencies can be costly. So if you're operating on a limited budget, this strategy might not work for you. Despite what the hiring manager thinks, you won't be flooded with qualified candidates every time you open LinkedIn. These are strategies that will take you more time, but also provide you with qualified candidates. Let's take a closer look. Boolean searches. This is a method that lets you use specific operators like and, or, and not to refine your search on platforms like LinkedIn, GitHub, or Stack Overflow. This is how you can identify candidates with the exact skills you are looking for. Say you need a people analytics manager. A well-constructed Boolean search can bring you a curated list of candidates with people analytics skills. While it requires some technological acumen, this strategy can significantly streamline your hunt for talent. The good news is that once you've mastered Boolean search, you will actually be able to do it quite quickly. Networking events and job fairs. Join these events to present your company, interact with potential candidates, and collect resumes and business cards. You can set up an attractive booth, bring a couple of your top employees to help represent your company, and prepare some engaging conversation topics. Online communities and forums. These platforms can be gold mines for specialized talent, but they require regular participation and engagement. Say you're sourcing for a digital marketing specialist. You might need to become an active member of a marketing forum or subreddit. While this can be time-consuming, it's also a great way to connect with top-tier talent who might be open to new opportunities. When you've been tasked with finding a candidate with 5 years' experience on a tech tool that has just been launched, you might need to use some strategies that require significant investment, and they might not always yield the highest results. But depending on the roles that you're sourcing for and your budget, these strategies can help you fill your pipeline with amazing candidates. Programmatic advertising. This means using software to purchase, place, and optimize your recruitment ads via an automated bidding system. While this can help your job listings reach a larger audience, it can be a lot to set up and monitor these campaigns. Plus, it's a pay-to-play model, which means you're not just investing time, but also money, adapting your sourcing techniques to the industry. Tailoring your approach to each industry requires understanding the unique attributes of the field, but can boost your chances of finding the right candidates. For example, in the tech sector, you might need to go to specialized job boards like Stack Overflow or GitHub, or use Boolean and X-ray searches to pinpoint niche skills. These strategies don't require massive investment and typically yield moderate results. But they are still useful if you want to create a diverse sourcing plan. Professional associations and industry groups. Joining these networks can give you access to pre-qualified pool of candidates. If you're sourcing for a tech role, you can consider groups like the Association for Computing Machinery or the IEEE Computer Society. For HR, SHRM is a good place to start. It's not a good idea to rely solely on these groups, however, as you're fishing in the same pond as everyone else in your industry. Talent pool management. This involves nurturing relationships with candidates who have applied in the past or were a near miss for previous roles. It's relatively low effort to keep them engaged with occasional emails or company updates. When done well, you will be able to build a large pool of talent that is interested in your company, and that will enable you to fill future vacancies much faster. So there you have it. 11 sourcing strategies guaranteed to help you find the best candidates. Depending on the roles you're hiring for and the industry you work in, you can use some or even all of these techniques. Do you want to dive even further into the world of sourcing to become a sourcing expert? Take a look at our Sourcing and Recruitment Certificate program using the link in the description. And as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification button. See you next time.